So here's a question for you. Why do you lose listings? I have so many agents all the time come up to me and go, Claudio, I lost a listing last week. I don't know what I did. I role played, I practiced. I just couldn't get the listing. You see, there's a fine balance between having a very good roadmap around a listing presentation, but also the art of charm. Do you know what I mean, charm? Like having a bit of charm ability. See, a lot of people aren't able to connect with people and understand how they can actually tap into their personality. So what is charm ability? Let me tell you a quick story. It was 2008. I was in Palm Springs, and if you know Tom Ferry, he's one of the #1 real estate coaches in the world, but he was coaching me at the time, and I was in Palm Springs, and he said, we've got a special guest coming out. He's going to join us in this inner circle group of 150 students, and this guy's going to deliver something really, really good to us. I was like, oh God, who is it? Who is this person? And you hear over the hotel going, helicopter landing, and he said, okay, we're just going to put a bit of music up because we want the energy in the room to get lifted. We're thinking, oh God, who is this rock star about to walk onto stage? And he said, let me introduce you, Tony Robbins. And Tony Robbins came out, and if there's a guy that's got charm ability, it is Tony Robbins. And let me explain to you the story when I had an interaction with Tony after he delivered a 3-hour workshop for all of us, which was amazing. And one thing I'd get you to do, if you've got on your bucket list, I'd put it on your bucket list actually, go and do a Tony Robbins event. So, after the workshop, I said, Tony, glad to meet you. You're one of my idols. And he said, that's great, I'm glad you enjoyed it. He said, hey, tell me, what's your name? I said, Claudio. He goes, Claudio, great. Where's the accent from? I said, oh, I'm from Australia. He goes, I love Australia. What part of Australia are you from? I said, Sydney. He goes, that's one of my favorite cities in the world. He goes, I keep telling my team we've got to book events in Sydney. He told me, what do you do? And I said, oh, look, I'm getting into real estate coaching. I'm helping a lot of agents. He goes, well, if you can help people make an impact on them, find their purpose, find their why, etc. Anyhow, here's the thing. I was talking to him. I wanted to know everything about him, but he completely turned the focus onto me. And that's what I mean by charming. Charming is about actually not being focused on yourself at a listing presentation, but putting all the focus and attention on the other person. So what did he do? He made me feel important. He made me feel valuable. And when you do that, guess what happens to the other person? My self-esteem was like up here, but here's the double whammy. His self-esteem was going up through the roof as well. You think about when you give someone a compliment. And some of the top agents that I know in the industry today have got a great high level of charm ability. They're able to walk in and say, hey Tom, love your t-shirt, or hey Tom, you've been working out, love the guns. You think about when you give someone a compliment, how that makes them feel. Abraham Lincoln said, everyone loves a compliment. So next time you go to a listing presentation, guess what I would do? I would actually really start taking the focus on yourself and put the focus on people. Make them think, how can you make them feel valuable? How can you make them feel important? And what compliment can you give them? Even think about like an open home. I mean, when I was selling real estate, this used to work really, really effectively for me. Everyone that I met, I always made a small note next to their name. It could have been, young family, 2 boys, young girl, pineapple dress. So when I made the call back, I'd be like, hey Tom, you came through number 21 Smith Street in Paddington. And if I remember correctly, you had 2 young boys and a little girl. She had that cute little pineapple dress. Oh my God, my daughter loves pineapples, etc. You know what? Guess what happens? People start to feel comfortable and they start to like you, and an element of trust comes in. And you think about if you could use that in your listing presentation all the time. Because think about it, remember those Google stats that I gave you in one of our past videos around a listing presentation? The Google stats said when they surveyed 10,000 home sellers in America, that 49% of their decision-making process was they felt comfortable with the agent, they liked the agent, and they trusted them. And I can guarantee if you have some charm ability in your repertoire, guess what's going to happen? Your listings will go from here to here. So go out there, get some charm ability, and don't forget to smile and say thank you.